We've just arrived at the beautiful island of Kakhula. It's absolutely stunning with great kiteboarding and a surf break nearby. But wait, what's this behind me over here? It looks like an ancient Greco-Roman compound in the middle of the South Pacific. How did this get here?
I'm Chris, and this is Sayo, Miya, and Aya. 3 years ago, when Sayo was 6 months pregnant, we traveled to the South Pacific and bought a boat. Since then, we've sailed over 15,000 miles. Along the way, we've experienced amazing surf breaks, colorful cultures, and a different, simpler way of life. One that prioritizes experiences over things and connections over transactions. Subscribe to my channel and join us now as we head off to live, sail, and explore in some of the most remote regions of the world. So we're under sail again, 15 gusting 20 knots. Got 2 reefs in the main, just to be a bit conservative. No reefs in the jib. Cruising along at about 6 knots. Well, first we actually left Port Vila. We went up into here where we saw the fire show. And we came around the corner, went up into here into Havana Harbor, saw some turtles. That's where the wreck is, right here. And then we came out of Havana Harbor, in over here, where we saw the ruined resort, or the Greco-Roman ruins, who knows what they are. Now we're coming out here and heading up here somewhere to Epi.
Okay, so I'm paddling in here to an island called Kakhula, where there's supposed to be an abandoned resort. And there's a bit of mystery behind this abandoned resort. Some people think that it was abandoned because of the cyclone. Other people think that somebody ran out of money. Anyway, it's a gorgeous spot here. So far in Vanuatu, I haven't had very much luck finding any World War II relics, but we found quite a few modern relics, and this is one of them. So I'm on the beach now of Kakhula Island. Behind me here is this resort. It's almost like Greco-Roman style with these massive pillars and stuff. This must be where the old jetty used to be, long since abandoned. Let's go take a walk through the main entrance like they would have expected the guests to do, I guess, back in the day when they arrived. Can imagine they must have walked along here. Look at how beautiful this would have been. They have all these conduits here in the ground underneath the cement here that they would have been running wiring to posts. And I bet that these posts, there's wooden posts probably all along the front of this, and it was all lit up at night. It must have looked just fantastic. And this is where most of the people probably hung out, with this kind of moat-ish. These maybe even would have been swimming pools. Just 2 swimming pools on either side of the restaurant here. Pretty cool place. Oh wow. Roof's all falling apart. The reef here is pretty spectacular as well. Like, this is just a really cool spot because there's great kiteboarding off the shoulder over there, off the end of the spit. This way, down this side of the island, there's a little surf break. They've got everything here, kiteboarding, surfing. Wonder what happened to it. Time to paddle back to the boat. We're gonna go sail north in Vanuatu, about 50 miles towards the island of Epi. Okay, so we are weighing anchor and we're off and away. Oh, see it? Fresh fish. Oh, Chris. It's quite big. So the Code Zero Furler has broken the swivel that attaches it to the bowsprit. Luckily, I saw that it was gonna happen and I tied a soft shackle, kind of a bit of a hack job soft shackle, as a secondary backup, so it didn't go crazy when it broke, but it's broken. So I have no idea how to fix it, literally none. I'm gonna take it off and try and take it apart, and I have another shackle that might work, or I'll just tie a better soft shackle on it and try and put it back on. So yeah, here we go, taking it apart. Gotta climb out on the bowsprit here and not fall in the water. There we go. So I've already taken the sail off, and here's my soft shackle that I put on it. I read about these things, and it says if it's smooth, which is quite smooth underneath here, that they won't chafe through. But I don't know. If anybody has experience using these on this type of a setup, let me know if this is a big chafe risk. That's the big thing I'm worried about, is this Dyneema chafing through. It's pretty strong, this stuff, but yeah, I'm quite worried that it's gonna chafe through and snap, you know, somewhere in the middle of the ocean. Then we'd be in big shit. Let's give her a dingle, eh? The snap shackle is inside here. I think this set screw, I just take it out, drop the bottom out, and I should be able to replace it. Or put, you know, one of these on it or something. We're gonna hit it with a little PB blaster. Let's find the right key for it. A bit big. So, great success. I've got it slid out of the cage here. It wasn't actually super hard to get it off. It was that one set screw that I thought it was. And now it's just a pin holding this thing in place here.
This pin
How about
is just jammed in here. This. There she goes.
Yep.
Okay. I think okay.
We got the pin out, the cotter pin out, and this is the broken shackle. Nice and snapped, but I don't actually have a shackle this size to replace it with. I thought I did, but this is too big. This must have been my halyard shackle, actually, at some point. An old halyard shackle. So, I'm gonna try and rig up a piece of Dyneema again, do it properly with a piece of Dyneema. I've never made this before, but we're gonna figure out how to make a soft shackle for it out of Dyneema. Here we go. Soft shackle tying is coming along. I've got trusty handy dandy U-tube here. Here's my soft shackle in the midst of deployment. Okay, so I didn't want to make you suffer through the entire long, arduous process of me figuring out just how to make a soft shackle. I got the soft shackle made. Probably took me the better part of the morning to figure this whole thing out. There it is. The furler's shackled to the bowsprit again. I wasn't able to tie what they call a button knot with the thick Dyneema that I have, so I used
different variant that they call a diamond knot. It's supposed to be not quite as strong, but I'm using super thick Dyneema for this soft shackle, so I think it should be okay. We are underway again in search of another underwater airplane, actually 2 of them, and we've got some pretty reliable information that they're gonna be at this island, and we're gonna anchor really close to them. At least they say the anchorage is close to them. The thing working against us this time is the weather. It's pretty gnarly right now. It's blowing about 20, 25 knots. Really short, steep chop.
Here we go.
If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know what you thought in the comments, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and click that red button down there to subscribe to my channel.